at some point, but it may have been starting when somebody actually knew, oh, I know this girl, she'd be good for it.
Yeah.
So maybe it was somebody wanting Sydney Penny rather than Sydney Penny and 200 others trying to audition for a role. Is that may have been a little bit of a turning point?
It was. And I think it was actually Thornbirds that kind of began that because other things filtered off of because of that role. But that was an arduous process. I went in and I was about 10, so
Hmm.
it was a lot at that age. I had about 7 auditions on that.
Really?
Yeah, probably 3 for just the casting directors because they were whittling it down from some 400 or 500 people. And then they were trying to match to whoever was being cast for Rachel Ward ended up playing Maggie Older, but they weren't quite sure who it was going to be. So, they didn't know brown
Hmm.
eyes, blue eyes,
Right.
And then I went in and met with producers and directors at least once or twice. And then I remember the final meeting. And as you go through this meeting process, it goes from being really kind of casual and easy to almost like a Senate hearing. That just
Yeah.
has this certain weight to it.
Yeah.
The rooms get colder and colder as you go along, and somehow you're getting to more and more air conditioned rooms. I'm not sure why that is, but
Yeah.
it seems some kind of network and studio strategy.
At 10, did you I guess you realized the importance of it and felt the gravity of it as you're in there? Even at
Yeah,
10?
I think that was probably the first time I ever was on an audition where I was like, God, they're making a big deal out of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because previously it had kind of been there, maybe they were just looking for somebody who was, had brown hair and brown eyes and could say all the words without falling over. But this was a role that really required a few different aspects, and they wanted to make sure they were getting somebody that was going to be able to kind of go the distance on a long shoot and then matching up with another actor to take over that role and the consistency. And so Rachel and I actually ended up working with an acting coach, the same one, to also help provide that consistency. So it was a pretty major project. That was
Yeah.
the biggest one in my career at that time. And
Chamberlain, Stanwyck, though, and that was
yeah,
that was pretty heavy topic for the time.
it
Did you
was.
understand any of that at the time, or did you just playing a role as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old?
A little bit of both, for me, for the most part. And it was so well written
Yeah.
that it was very easy to play the part. But what's really funny is I look back at it now and I can watch it just like a movie, finally, after all these years. And it was probably 2 or 3 years ago, it came on TV. And I looked at the thing and I said, wow, that's a really messed up relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I didn't
Right.
really think of it that way because it was me playing a scene with Richard Chamberlain, who is one of the dearest, most lovely people you'll ever meet. And there was never anything odd. It was just this terrific guy that liked to have fun on set. And,
Right.
the scenes very much reflected how much I just really adored and appreciated him and how
Sure.
very kind he was towards me
Yeah.
and respectful as an actor. And that's something that I look back on now and I'm like, wow, that's just tremendous to have been able to work with Richard Chamberlain, Richard Kiley, Barbara
Oh,
Stanwyck,
yeah.
Gene Simmons.
Those were heavyweights.
Amazing. And I was aware of it because my dad was really into old movies. So I had probably seen all of their work at one time or another, or did soon thereafter to kind of get myself up to speed. But they were terrific, all of them, towards me. No one tried to, pull rank or ignore me, or how
Sure.
people think of
Yes.
great stars as being. They were just probably explained to me what you need to be on as an actor on set.
So